Okay, we're all set to go.
Okay.
So how far have you gotten with your LinkedIn profile?
I think for my personal one, I've got a fair amount on it. I've got like previous jobs, volunteering, some interests. What else I got in there?
Okay, so I'll do just a really quick run through of the profile to make sure you've got everything covered.
Okay.
And then we're going to go into the secrets of the groups, and that's what tonight is all about. One of the things that I've noticed that most LinkedIn experts do not teach is the biggest secret there is on LinkedIn, and that's about the groups. And if you're on a free platform, you get 15 free emails a month. And so you can use those free emails. Now the emails, meaning that's the inside messaging system for LinkedIn, so it's the LinkedIn's messaging system. You can send direct messages to people without being connected to them through the groups. That's the only place you can use those emails. That's when you're on the free platform. And so when I talk to people and I ask them, so what groups are you in? They go, groups? What are groups? I have no idea there's groups on there. So I'm going, okay, obviously there's something that's missing in what people are discovering. And if you want more than 15 emails a month, because everybody, whether you're on a paid platform or whether you're on the free platform, everybody gets 15 free emails a month. It used to be, when I first got started using LinkedIn back in 2009, you could send, I was sending up to 300-400 emails a day to people, and you got them all for free. And then LinkedIn gradually shut things down and changed things and switched algorithms around till finally now today we only have 15 free emails. So I used to do through the groups, I used to do searches for clients to help them get leads, right? And because we're so limited now on the number of messages you can send out, I only can teach people how to do it for themselves. And I can do searches for people, but through my own platform. But then when I send those leads to those people, because they haven't searched them themselves and built a relationship with them themselves, all I can do is introduce them to these people, and then they have to work from scratch. So it's best if I can teach you to do it for yourself. And there are so many rules and guidelines with LinkedIn that they won't allow you to go and do research for people's profiles by them giving you your email and password.
Oh.
Because LinkedIn tracks that. And if they see that, for instance, you're living in Edmonton and somebody in Leduc is entering into your profile all the time, pretty soon your profile is going to get sent to LinkedIn jail. In other words, it'll get frozen. And then it's a dickens of a time to get it unfrozen. So when I first got started with LinkedIn, I read the entire terms of use because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. And even though I read the entire terms of use and I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, when I first got on, I went into the area where it says people you may know in your network. So I went into my network here. And now these guys are all they're all invitations to connect. But these are all people you may know, right?
Yes.
And so I thought because LinkedIn was offering me, showing me all these people, that they were saying, well, I should connect with all these people. So I would sit in the evening for hours at a time, just going click, 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 click on all these connect people. And all we need is to have somebody IDK us, which means I don't know you. We only need to have 5 people say they don't know us, and then our profile will get frozen. We'll get sent to LinkedIn jail. So make sure that if you're messaging someone that you don't know, that you're using InMail, or if you're connecting with, asking them to connect with you, you have to know them or have their business card, so that and have met them maybe at a networking meeting, so that they have some recollection of who you are. And otherwise, if you just go and ask people to connect with you, you can get IDK'd really fast.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the profile here. So how many connections do you have on your profile?
I have no idea. I can look and see.
Okay.
Do you want me to go on to another screen here?
Well, what we'll do is I'm going to get you to show me your screen in a minute, okay?
Okay.
But we have 3 seconds to make a great first impression on LinkedIn. 3 seconds. 1, they look at your headshot and your background picture all at the same time. If there's no professional background picture on there, it screams at people that this is not a professional profile. They don't know what they're doing, kind of thing. The credibility goes down the tubes. So you need to have a professional background picture, a professional headshot, and your name is just your name that goes in this line here. So some people will put their name and then behind it they'll put MBA, BA. That does not go there. And I'll show you how you can make that show up down here where you have your education. You can put your MBA and BA and stuff down in there.
Okay.
Now these 2 lines here are your headline, and you have up to 127 characters that you can use to figure out what you want to say in your headline. And so if you want to say little short things for all the things that you do, divide them up with these straight up and down lines. Now on my keyboard, I've got 2 locations where I have them. One's on the left side, right beside the Shift key, and the other one's on the right side, right above the Shift key, right beside my Enter key. So that's where how I get those straight lines. And you need to say more than just these titles that I've got. You need to say, so mine, I said more than just leads, unleashing LinkedIn's true power. So people can then get the idea of more about what I do, right?
Okay.
So LinkedIn expert, speaker, lead generator, blog writer for hire, more than leads, unleashing LinkedIn's true power. So when you read that headline, you know a lot more about what I do and how I might be able to help you, right?
Right.
And then down on this line here, this is where it only shows the top experience. So your latest experience will show up. And then on the other side, it'll show your top education. And you can rearrange your experience in your education so that you can have the one show up on the top that you want.
Oh, okay.
And then at the bottom, if you can choose, I put Edmonton, Canada area because I'm in Kalmar. Who knows Kalmar? Might as well say I'm in Tuktoyaktuk, right? And then if you have more than 500 connections, that is huge. That gives you credibility. So if it says 500 plus, nobody knows whether you've got 501 people or whether you've got 50,000 connections. They just know that you look like you're a center of influence. So that's what your first goal should be, to get to 500 plus connections.
Okay.
Now this section down here is your summary. And you have, I believe it's about 12 or 1,500 characters available to write a summary. And your summary needs to be about a little bit about who you are and what inspired you to do what you do. And then mix it in a little bit with what you do, but don't say anything about how you do it. And then down in the very bottom of your summary, you list all your specialties. Now, these are the words that you use, or not you use, that people would use if they were going to Google search you. So what would they type into Google? If they were going to search for you, and they didn't remember your name and they didn't remember the name of your business.
Probably Reiki, maybe autism or special needs.
Yeah. Special needs help. So think about all the words that people would use if they were looking for you, and they were going to just type it into Google. So self-healing, energy healing, all those kinds of things. Alternative healing. My son and his wife have gone through so many different types of alternative healing. They're kind of burnt out. But I'll tell you what's happening, and I'm going to work on them really hard. The whole family's flying out to my daughter's graduation in October, and I'm going to be out in Nova Scotia. And I'm going to sit down with Michael and Michelle and just say, hey, look, you need to talk to Diane because they're having huge challenges with their son. He's 11. And he doesn't want anybody to watch him eat. He won't eat if people are watching him. And he won't eat on anything but a paper plate because everything else he doesn't know for sure if it's clean and sanitary. He's really gone off the deep end with his eating. And so they've got him in counseling. They're trying to work with all different kinds of alternatives with him. But through the medical profession on autism, but they haven't gone to Reiki. And I've talked to my son about Reiki, but I'm going to really sit down with them when we finally get together, because their son Rowan is getting so thin, and there's a big fight every day to get him to eat.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's skinny as a rail. Michael said his ribs show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do they have any idea what's triggered him to?
They don't know. He used to be kind of chunky. And now all of a sudden he's just gone to, and he's just getting worse. He's not getting better.
Oh.
So I will talk more about that later.
Okay.
So down here on the bottom of your summary, you can add PowerPoint presentations to talk about some of the things you've done. You can add video in here. You can add pictures. And then people can see more about another side of you, or a little more deeper into what you do, right? Or who you are.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. So if you go into your profile, you'll be able to click there. It'll show you where you can click on video, upload video. And you'll have, now when you look at your profile, you're going to see this, strengthen your profile. Because I'm in my own profile, I will see this, how I can strengthen my profile. I'm I've already got my Leduc ammunition in there, but I haven't listed it exactly the way they want me to list it here. So I haven't done anything with this. I have taken all of this little blue square here, where it says add new profile sections, and I've worked through everything.
Oh.
There's only 3 sections that I think that don't have, that aren't filled. And one of them is patents, which I will never have a patent. And at least I don't have a patent now. And the other one is that they want me to add my grades to all my courses I've taken. Well, some of my courses I've taken have been workshops and seminars, and I didn't really get a grade, so you can't put your grade in there. I did put my grade in from my university education, but they're still asking me to enter my grade into more of my education, and I can't do that, so it's probably never going to change, right? They're going to keep asking me to add my grades in there. And then the next section is the blogs that you've written. Now, if you have written blogs and just been publishing them on your website, that's a good thing. However, the Pulse is connected with LinkedIn now with the publishing. So when you publish on LinkedIn, your blogs that you write get pushed out into the entire LinkedIn platform, so that people that you're not connected to will see, they can see your stuff. And it takes time, though, to build that recognition. Mm-hmm. Now, about 4 years ago, LinkedIn turned off. There was a way that you could check and see what your extended reach was, how many people you could reach through your posts.
Okay.
And my extended reach at that time was over 24 million.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I was only back then at maybe around 4,000 connections, or maybe less, maybe 3,000 connections, because I'm at 8,600 now, you probably saw. And so it's really that LinkedIn is so huge, and there's so much potential there to help us with our businesses. The thing is, in order for it to work for us, we have to work it. We have to be on LinkedIn every day, doing something on there, looking for people, commenting to people, sharing their stuff, going into our groups and posting things in the groups. So this is my latest article that I just posted, and it's because of this new program called Align, A-L-I-G-N.
Yeah, Alignable, yeah.
Alignable, yeah. And I have, years ago, there was another, over the years, there's been several different platforms that are supposed to give people referrals. And I heard that this one is supposed to be connected with LinkedIn, but I discovered once I got in there that it's really not connected with LinkedIn. It's just that they invite you to connect with your own LinkedIn, so that you put your password in there basically, and your Google password goes in there, and then they can send messages out to all your connections on LinkedIn.
Oh no. That's
right. And so I got people getting mad at me. So I just deleted my profile that I set up on Alignable. Mm-hmm. And I have changed my password on LinkedIn and changed my password on Google, so that their search engines can't keep going in there and inviting people. So if you've got those, I think you accepted mine. Mm-hmm. So go in there and just go in there and delete your profile. It's relatively easy to delete your profile.
Okay.
And so this is my experience. So in the bottom of your experience, you can also put videos in there, videos and pictures. So depending on which experience you've got and what you've done, if you've got some pictures or whatever that you can add there, that's awesome. And then your education, you can add education. And as you start typing in your education, if it's a university, usually they have a logo.
Right.
As soon as you start seeing that logo show up, you go down and click on that, and then it'll enter in and you'll have the logo show up.
Oh, okay.
And then these are your skills or specialties. So all of the words that you put at the bottom of your summary, remember where I said you list your specialties, colon, and then you put keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma.
Right.
You put all of those keywords in here as skills for people to endorse you. And you'll notice that I've got 99 plus. And you can have up to 50. So I've got 47 here and 3 here, so I've got 50 people. And then it will tell you who else that you're connected to that is also highly skilled at that, whatever that is, right?
Oh, okay.
So I used to think that this was really bogus because I would just connect with people. As soon as I connected with them, all of a sudden I would get a message that so-and-so had endorsed me for a whole bunch of things in my skills and endorsements. And I would accept their endorsements, but they would ask me to endorse them back. But I in all conscience, cannot endorse somebody that I don't know yet.
Exactly.
So if I just connected with you, I'm not going to endorse you until we've had coffee or we've met at a meeting or we've had a phone conversation or somehow so that I know you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to be credible with any of my endorsements that I give out. But here's the really big credibility right here. When you write a written recommendation for somebody and then they write a recommendation back, those recommendations are the best. Now this guy, he's a man of very few words. His recommendation was 1 word. Oh well, but at least it was a written recommendation, right?
Exactly.
So the way I do it, LinkedIn says that we should ask people for recommendations, but I don't. I recommend that you write some recommendations for people that you've done business with first. So if they've been a client, this is how you do it. You go in and maybe I can do it with this pencil here. Maybe they'll let me go far enough. So I've got 191 recommendations that I've given, and I've received 88.
Okay.
So let's see what if it'll show me. Show recommendations I've hidden. No, I don't think it's going to let me. You have to go into the privacy and settings. But if I was to go into somebody else's profile, so I'm going to go into my privacy and settings really quick here. Oh, they've changed this back. All these things have changed so many times. Every time I go in here, it's different. There is a place where you can go and recommend people. Email, phone numbers, change password, name, location.
I know I've done a couple recommendations before.
Okay, good. So you know how to find it in here somewhere.
Well, it used to be just down at the bottom of the profile page. Or,
Yeah, I know. Now it's totally different.
oh,
Start verification suggested.
well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it's. But I know that if you go look at somebody else's profile, so what I'll do is I'll just move something out of the way here. And I'm going to, because I've got another, my profile's open here, so I'll just go in through this one and see if I can search. We'll see if we can search for your name. Oh, back to LinkedIn.com, okay. And in that little search bar at the top, here,
Okay.
I'll just type in your name. There you are.
I am.
So the background picture that's on your profile is the default that LinkedIn uses.
I didn't know you could even change.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So I'm going to scroll down here and it should show me where I can write a recommendation for you. So there we are. I can ask to be recommended, or I can write a recommendation for you. So I'm going to click on this. How do you know Diane? Select relationship. Diane and I, Diane worked with you, but you were at different companies. This is the one I choose if they were a client, right?
Right. Okay.
So we worked together, but we were at different companies. And select the position at the time, your position. So my position is the marketing mentress. And then I'll go next. And so I would rather write you a recommendation. So I'd say, and then you can write 2 or 3 or 4 sentences of what you would like to say to them. And then you can send it to them.
Okay.
And then you would receive that and you would say, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to write one back. So instead of asking you to recommend me, I am recommending you first.
Right.
So that I'm not going to send that right now because I don't want to embarrass you while I write the recommendation right in front of you. You've got 193 connections.
Okay.
So you've got a few skills that you've listed, which is great. But I don't know if I would list under your specialties in your summary, I don't know if I would list the Microsoft Office and Microsoft Word kinds of thing, because those aren't really what you're selling yourself as, right?
No, I think those were probably from when I was still having my job.
Oh, okay. So you just start thinking of some other ones you can add in there.
Okay.
And if you get up to 50, then take out some of those old ones.
Okay.
So any certifications that you've had, those, like if you've gone and taken a workshop with somebody and you've got been given a certification, those are huge. So when we finish this, I will send you a certification, like a 1-page that says that you have completed the Marketing Mentress 202.
Okay.
And you can enter that on your accomplishments. And there's other things too that you can enter, like So if you go into your skills, there's more accomplishments. If you published, if you've been in Womanition magazine, you can enter your publication because
Oh,
you've written your article for that magazine, right? And so for each year that you've been in the magazine, you can enter this in your LinkedIn. You can list all of your certifications in here.
okay.
And any other special courses that you've taken or projects that you've worked on. So if you've had a trade table or been a speaker at a Biz Brigade, that's a project you worked on. You worked with Dorothy on that project.
Oh,
You had to bring 9 people with you.
right.
Any honors and awards that you've received. Any honors and awards. So maybe you did some volunteer work and they gave you a special award for all the hours you put in.
Oh,
Really
okay.
simple things. There's the patents,
Right.
and there's the test scores. And if you speak more than one language, they can be entered in. And you can put down organizations that you've worked with. And these are organizations that, I'm just going to go in here. So you can add an organization, the name of the organization, your position with the organization, what month and year you started, and what month and year you finished working for the organization. So like I can put in the Arthritis Society because I've been working with the Arthritis Society for years, which is on my profile.
Okay.
So really work through this blue tab.
Yeah, because I never ever looked at that part of it at all.
Looks like Kate's written you a great recommendation here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this bottom box is for your interests. And if it says followers, that means that you are following that. It's a business that you're following. And if it says members here, you know that that's a group that you belong to. So by looking at your profile, I can see that you do not belong to any groups yet.
No.
Okay, so that is all I'm going to do on the profile right now, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to leave it up to you to go ahead and research your own privacy and settings. You need to go into your back office and go see where I've got this little icon of me here, this me. You go into that icon and you just go work through every single thing in there. And just make sure that, because you can set how many emails you receive. So you can join groups and it will list all the groups that you belong to. And you can go into those and turn off the emails. Because you can join in 100 groups, but who can keep up with 100 groups? Not I, said the dog. You know, I'm going, whoa. So you really need to only have maybe 2 or 3 groups, or maybe 5 at the most, that you are active and participating in on a regular basis. So I'm going to now take you into the groups. I'm going to go through my profile. Also, go through each one of these tabs and work through these tabs. Don't need to worry about the jobs tab. That doesn't apply to you.
No.
You can just go in and look around just for your curiosity. Okay, every day, sometime every day, once or twice a day for 15 to 30 minutes. If I don't have time to go on Facebook, I make time to go on LinkedIn. And you check your messaging for any messages that have come in the in-mail. This is where your in-mail is.
Okay.
And I check for notifications to see who's liked my stuff and commented on my stuff and shared on my stuff, right?
Right.
And I check my network because in there I can see people who has asked to connect with me. And this is your home feed. So when you click on this one, that you'll see all the posts of all the people that you're connected to that have been sharing their stuff that day. And when you get to your profile, you want to go into your profile and check who's viewed your profile. And so I've got, it says 293 views in the last 90 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure that I check this every day and I keep on top of this. And the ones that say connect, that means they have viewed my profile, but they're not connected to me. If you are on a free platform, the only way you have of being able to message these people is if you break the rules and ask them to connect, or if you click on their name. So this guy, Eric, has viewed my profile. He lives in Canada. I think he's in Ontario. So Sir Sanford Fleming College, that pretty much says he's in Eastern Ontario. I could send him an in-mail, or I could ask him to connect, but I won't because I don't know who he is, right?
Right.
So if I send him an in-mail, the only way I can send him an email directly into his profile is if I am on a paid platform.
Okay.
So there's a basic paid platform, which is about $40 a month, not terribly expensive. And then there is the Sales Navigator, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's about $50 a month. If you pay by month to month, I think it runs about $60 to $70 a month. I'm on a platform that's called the Executive Platform, and that is $100 a month. On any of those paid platforms, you get a certain number of paid emails. So you can direct message these people. So I can go into Eric's profile and I'll put subject, profile visit. And I can say, hi, Eric. Thanks for stopping by my profile for a visit. Exclamation mark. Tell me, how may I help you in some way? Either myself, oops, not with her, or through my network. I look forward to your comments. Best received. So, and it tells me how many paid emails I've got left.
Oh, okay.
And it keeps, so what happens is I've got, on my platform, I have 30 paid emails that come with my package. And I use all those 30 emails up. But then if the people I send an email to don't respond back to me within a certain period of time, LinkedIn, or if they decide they don't want to accept that email, because there's a way when it comes to them through the email that they can either accept or reject that message, and it doesn't hurt me. But if they decline the acceptance of the message, then it goes back into my emails as a free email, an email that I can use, right? It's not free, I've paid for it, but
Right.
That's how I got that 76.
Okay.
I can send out 76 emails if I want, and I can send them with paid emails. I can send them directly through doing any kind of search that I find on LinkedIn, and I can send them through the groups. Because 15 emails, think about it, 15 emails a month isn't very many.
No.
And you can use those in one day. At least I can. And I'm thinking, okay, but it's really good that LinkedIn keeps track. so that they go back in here into your cache, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to send Eric this message. And then you hit the back arrow and you can go and check. So Matt, who we're connected to. So this little number here means that we're first connections. We're directly connected.
Oh.
This little number here means that Eric is a second connection. So Eric is connected to somebody else that we have in common. So in somewhere in these 16 connections in common, right?
Right.
So he's connected to somebody that I'm directly connected to.
Okay.
So that makes us second level connections. If this says third or more, that means he's connected to somebody who's connected to a second connection out from me. And it goes out and keeps going further and further. But all LinkedIn will show you is if they're a third connection.
Okay. I never knew what that meant, so that's good.
Now you know, eh?
Now I know.
So I can go in and I can send a message to Matt as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. You know how to do it. So well, Matt's connected, so all I can do is just send him a message, right? So there's not going to be any of those two boxes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And he's in Toronto, Ontario. So I will get back to him later and send him a message. So if you want to find more out about groups, you just type groups in that box, okay?
Oh, okay.
A whole bunch of groups will show up down here. But this isn't a really great way to search for groups. So just hit this little magnifying glass. And it takes you to another page. And you've got people, jobs, posts, companies, groups, schools. Well, you want to search groups. So you click on groups. And you can go down here. It shows me I've got 13,718 results.
Oh my goodness.
Different groups. So these are groups that LinkedIn has looked at my profile and it's thought, okay, I would probably be a good match for people in these groups because they've got profiles with things that are similar to mine in them.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, but here's a caveat. When you search for groups, go in the groups and start searching, and that's when we're going to start in the second half. We'll take a 5-minute break or 3 to 5 minute break so we can both go visit the little girls' room in the middle of this, and then come back and we're going to work just on your profile, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do some searches on some groups. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen at that point, and then I'll walk you through so you can share your screen.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm already in this group, I think, DM, or at least I used to be. But see where it says members, over 1 million members. This has over 12,000 members, 18,000. This is only for just under 5,000 members. I suggest that people join groups, try to join the biggest groups you can. Because of what you do, you can do it at a distance, over the phone or over Skype, working with people. You could probably connect to people wherever you wanted, right?
Yes, for sure.
Because that energy transfers. I worked with one of my life coaches, who is she does the tapping.
Oh yeah, EFT.
EFT, yes. And we always did it over Skype because we didn't live in the same city. So I know that all these things can work at distance. So if LinkedIn suggests that you join health and wellness groups, I wouldn't join health and wellness groups. And the reason for it is because everybody in those groups is basically looking for the same clients you are. Right?
Makes sense, yeah.
Or if you joined a Reiki group, I wouldn't join a Reiki group if I were you, because they're definitely all looking for the same clients you are. But there is one little tiny caveat in that you want to join 1 or 2 Reiki groups, because they might be groups that are headed up by people that you got your training from.
Okay.
You want to stay on top of your game. And that's the only reason you might use those groups. And so those groups you could, would be maybe 2 of the 5 that you have decided you're going to concentrate on. So let's just go into I'll just do this one. I'll just go into this group. So once you click on one of the groups, then it takes you to this page where you can see my groups, okay?
Okay.
I'm already a member of this group, and if you hover over here, you can leave the group at any time.
Okay.
So once you get accepted into a group, you have to remember, okay, I don't have to stay in this group forever. I'm only in this group to mine this group for connections or for people, possible clients. So your homework, I want you to sit down after we have our discussion tonight, and I want you to write down where all of your main clients come from. What kind of businesses do they have? What kind of jobs do they have? Are they a business owner? Do they work for big companies? Are they accountants? Are they engineers? Are they HR? Where do these people, what are they doing? Where do they come from, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that will give you some ideas of what kinds of groups to join. So for me, for instance, most of my clients come through LinkedIn. My biggest paying clients come through LinkedIn. Most of my women clients come from Womanician.
Right.
And so basically, most of my male clients come from LinkedIn or online somewhere. And the odd networking meeting I go to that is both men and women, I will get men from those. And women. But my biggest clients usually are the guys.
Okay.
So this group, I'm a member of this group, and I can enter a conversation title. So if I have written a blog, I can take the URL, copy that URL from that blog, and I can post it in some of the groups I belong to and start a discussion. But depending on what kind of a group it is, you have to be careful what you post. So if you're in a group of, say you've joined a women's group, there's all kinds of women's groups on here. And you've joined a women's group, and you say you get questions about, I'm sure you get questions from people. What can Reiki do for me, right?
Right.
And how does it heal me? Those would be questions I would think people have in their mind all the time. Is this voodoo? That's what I used to think. Is this voodoo? Until I had my first treatment. It was actually, who gave me my treatment? Lil Lazar gave me my treatments.
Oh, okay.
And so anyway, when you go into these groups, then you can search the members of the groups. So see what happens, how this changes color when I hover my mouse over it?
Oh, yeah.
It's live. It's a live link. So if you click on these members, left click, voila, there's all these members. Look at this. Then you can click on here and find a member. So that you play around with this. Go, try CEO. Nope, nothing. Oh yeah, look at all the CEOs that are coming up. Or let's see if we can do HR. Wow, look at
Lots of HR too.
So you see how you can just try. So that's why I want you to write down exactly who all of your clients are as far as where they come from. And keep adding to that list. I always carry one of these Womanition notebooks with me all the time.
Yes.
In my purse. I've always got one with me, and I can write notes in the back. And I'll write in the back, I'll be standing in line at the bank, and I'll hear a conversation, or I'll have a thought, and I can write a topic down in the back of my little book about a blog I could write. Or I'll have a thought of something else that I could put on my LinkedIn, right? And so I keep this with me. I've got several of these journal kinds of books, and I make those. If I lost one of these, I would be lost because it's got everything in it, just about as valuable to me as my daytimer. Okay, so are you okay? Do you want to keep on going, or do you want to take a little break?
Just take a quick.
Okay, so let's take a quick break, and we'll come right back, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
On the road again.
Here we go.
Okay. So you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
Have any questions? Nothing that I can think of at the moment yet.
Okay.
A lot of information I'm going through, so there'll probably be questions once I start working with some of it.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Okay.
And we're going to take you into sharing your screen. So if you hold your mouse over top of my picture where you can see me right big.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, you'll see a little square box with an arrow in it. It's green.
Right.
Click on that. And the next window that comes up, you'll see a whole bunch of squares. And one has dark green on it, around it.
Yeah, desktop.
Yeah, click on that. And then down in the right corner, it'll say some blue words that say share screen again. There you are.
Ah!
So bring your LinkedIn up.
Okay.
You just went by it.
Oh, there we go.
So you need your email and password.
Oh, there we go.
Save.
I don't like saving.
If you've got a password to get into your computer, you can save it. You just have to make sure that you log out of every platform before you close your computer down every day.
Okay. I don't usually save them at all.
It's okay. It's up to you. I just have so many passwords, I can't remember them all. And my passwords are so long and complicated that, and they're all different.
Yes.
It's just so hard to remember them. I have two password books now.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so in the top there where it says search, type in groups and hit the magnifying glass. Okay, now click on the word groups. So there's an HR group right at the top. So I'd click on that group. So it says, have you seen this before?
No.
So you might want to go in and take a glimpse at the terms of use.
The user agreement?
Yeah. Click on summary of changes, yeah. So these are all the different, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So I've changed the minimum age to 16. And account holders, you own your own LinkedIn personal account.
So they're employers can check everything.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, if the employer is paying for a premium account in your behalf,
That makes
then the
sense.
employer gets a report,
Yeah.
right? But if you're paying for it yourself, the employer doesn't get that report.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, let's go. Rights and limits. So the license you grant to LinkedIn for your content now includes our affiliates. So that reshares of your content survive the termination of your content license to us. So if you cancel your platform, in other words, delete your profile,
Mm-hmm.
your profile will not be actually deleted. It'll only be deleted from you to be able to see it anymore and from people, new people to see it. But anybody who you've given license to access your account will still be able to see that account.
Oh,
So if you have, that's the way I understand this.
yeah.
So if you have put pictures up there, as soon as, this is the same with all online platforms. Once you put your picture up there, you lose the rights to that picture. It becomes the property of that platform.
Oh my goodness.
So if you put pictures of your grandchildren on there,
Right.
you lose the rights to those pictures. They no longer are yours.
That's
So
scary.
you can't sue anybody for sharing those pictures or anything. Once you put something on a social media platform, it belongs to that platform. So do you want to go down
I
some
don't
more?
realize that.
Yeah, this is because I was so nervous when I first got on social media. I read the entire terms of use for LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And so when you are, that's why I'm so adamant to tell people there's nothing private online. And I just go, come on, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing private online. It's, and they post pictures of themselves and their kids and their grandkids and, oh, I'm here, we're going to be gone for 3 weeks. Well, you just told everybody in your network you're not there, so all the guys that want to rob you can go and break into your house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just, people just don't think. And when you're online, you're like you're living in a fishbowl. And your house and your whole life is in this, and people can see into your life in certain amount, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more pictures you put on there, the more people are going to see into your life. So if I put pictures on there, I try to be very careful. I did a collage last weekend about my weight loss, and that's the most personal I've ever gotten on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that one.
So I usually post things from when I'm at events.
Mm-hmm.
So the Womanition events, I take a picture of each of the people that are speaking and I send it out through the social media, which it's public. They're speaking in public. So those can be shared. So
Right.
you get the picture, right?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
So scroll down, warranty disclaimer and limitation of liability. So their affiliates in these terms of, I clarified the language in these few places. These terms now make disclaimers and limitations on behalf of our affiliates in addition to LinkedIn. So you have to go in and so on your own time, just go and check out the terms of use on LinkedIn.
Okay, I can do that.
So there's a LinkedIn do's and don'ts. That's a really good section to check out. Don't post defamatory, shocking, hateful, threatening, or otherwise inappropriate content. That should be a no-brainer for most people, but there are people who don't listen to that. And if LinkedIn catches people doing things that are inappropriate, you will lose your profile. So if somebody you think somebody is stalking you, a guy is stalking you, right away I block them. But I let LinkedIn know if they seem to be a real rotter, I just let LinkedIn know. It doesn't happen very often on LinkedIn though, because LinkedIn is so strict with the quality of people that they want on there, because they want to keep it as a professional platform.
Exactly. It's not like Facebook where you got everything going.
So click up at the top right there in the black line where it says back to LinkedIn. And type in groups. Click on groups. HR International. Okay, now you can ask to join this group. So I personally think that would be a good group for you to join. So ask to join. It says there, ask to join. Now our picture might be over top. My picture might be over top. You can move that. Just left click and move.
There we go.
Yeah. So it's pending. So now you have to wait until you get accepted. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go click up into Discover up here beside My Groups.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay, so here's Linking Edmonton. It's a big group. Ask to join that group. So go down below, and I see there's some Womanition ladies there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one. Ask to join. You want to go through and find all the Edmonton groups and join them all.
Oh, okay.
Because they're local people, right?
Yes.
Probably don't want to join the coaches group.
No, for the health and wellness.
No. Leadership think tank. No, maybe not right now. There's an Edmonton Business Network. Join that. Oh, it's only got 133 members, but
I'm on their meetup group.
Okay, so maybe join the LinkedIn group then.
Okay.
And then oil and gas professionals. Whoa, this is a really good group. I would join this if I were you, knowing what you do, because there's probably people with back injuries, body injuries of all different sorts from the work that they do in the oil field.
Yeah, and I know people in it too, so.
Yeah, so click to join. And scroll down some more. Now this is HSE. So this is the health people. Yeah. So they probably don't necessarily do Reiki. They probably are more the industrial health people.
Yes.
So that might be a good group to join. Probably don't want to be in the coaches group.
No.
Or the Be a Speaker group. Women in business. This would probably be a good group. Okay, load more. Click the load more. Alberta oil and gas recruiting. Probably not right now. American Alliance of Medical Cannabis. Do you know what? This cannabis group might be a good group to join, because these people are open to alternative medicines, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so click on the Ask to Join. Philip Calvert's Professional Speakers, Social Media Mastery for Business Leaders. Harvard Business Review, links small business innovators, corporate health and wellness, inspired people development, pet friendly, animal lovers. Yeah, that's a good group right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Debbie Legere today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was fun to see her. I hadn't seen her for quite a while.
And here's writing on LinkedIn. This might be a good group for you to join to make sure that you blog, send a blog in. Okay, and down small business tools, toolkit. Oh, small business toolkit, that would be a good one because those would be small business owners, right? Well, a lot of business owners in there, so that might be good. Speaker match, book writing, self-publishing, Lean Six Sigma. I don't know about that, but that might have a lot of women in it. But there's guys signing. I think that's a guys group.
It's more. It's kind of like lean management that we had some training at when I was at work.
Okay, then maybe join that group. You might want to join that group because there'll be business owners in there. Okay, so you've already requested to join too many groups. Withdraw pending requests. So you have to wait now until you get accepted into some of those groups. So every day you have to check your regular email. You're going to get a message from LinkedIn from people that own these groups, accepting you into the groups.
Right.
And once you get accepted into one or two groups, then you can go and ask to join one or two more groups. And you can gradually build up your network that way.
Then do I have to be doing something every day in these groups?
No.
Okay.
What you do is whenever you write a blog and you publish your blog, and you can publish it on LinkedIn.
Just a second, Christine, it's pouring here. I got to make sure I don't have any windows open.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not raining yet, but it's really strong wind, so I had to close a couple windows.
That's okay. It's that way here too. Okay. So now you know how to start searching for groups to join, right?
Right.
So you can't actually do searching in these groups right now. But what I would like you to do is I'd like you to go back into your profile. So click your little round icon. Yeah, back to LinkedIn. Yeah, either one works. Go to view profile. Okay, scroll down a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, click on profile views. You've got 21 profile views. So you don't need to send me a message, but it looks like you're connected to Jessica Gurney.
Yeah, she was one of the ladies at the Leduc Womanician.
Yeah, she was at Leduc. She was also at the last Edmonton Womanician.
Okay.
And so each one of these people that you are connected to, you can send them a direct message and say, hey, thanks for stopping by my profile.
Yeah, Levi, I know. I used to work with him.
Okay, so click on his name and send him a message. Hey, thanks for stopping by my profile for a visit.
Oh, can't hit
Oh,
enter.
if you press enter, it will automatically send. So click on those three dots.
Oh, okay.
Click on those three dots. Okay, change it to the click send.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to put for a visit, or do you want to just leave it at that? And put an exclamation mark.
Okay.
And then go down to the next line. Tell me, how may I help you in some way? Comma, either myself or through my network. Full stop, and then down to another one. I look forward to your response, or I look forward to your comments. One of those. Full stop, and then go down and sign off, however you like to sign off. I put best, Christine, warmly, Christine, kindly, Christine, sincerely, Christine. I don't use sincerely so much anymore because it's kind of old-fashioned now.
Yeah. And since I know him, I worked with him for many years.
Yeah. And then you just click send. There you go.
Okay.
So close that, yeah. So hit the little back arrow up in the top left corner of your screen. And so see this Louis Octavio?
Mm-hmm.
So click on his title up where it says Louis Octavio. And that takes you to his profile. So he's in Mexico City.
So he's probably, he could be a friend of a fellow I used to work with that was from Veracruz, Mexico. I'm not sure.
Oh. So
this looks like it might be a bank.
So this is, you can either send in mail or you can accept, he's asked to connect with you. So accept his connection. Click accept.
Even though I don't know him?
Well, if they're in Mexico, they're not going to probably be a stalker. He's dressed in a nice suit. And if something goes wrong, you can always block him, right? I don't worry too much about those kinds of things. And he has a nice profile. He's got a nice headline and everything on there. So he's probably okay. I start to worry if there's no headshot, or if there is a headshot, but there's basically nothing in the profile.
Okay. I always get curious as to how they found me.
Yeah, so that's what I would do is I would go in. Now where it says your connections, click see all. Right below the 194, yeah. There he is. So click on message. Now you can say, thanks for stopping by my profile. For a visit and whatever. And then go down below and also and then say thank you again. Also, I'd say also thank you for reaching out to join my network. And full stop. Tell me, comma, what inspired you to use LinkedIn. We'll just use that for a generic thing. It's all one word.
That's all one word. Okay.
Yeah, there's no space between the linked and the in. Yes. It's one word, and the IN is capital I-N. Yeah. Question mark. And then go down to another paragraph. And I look forward to your comments. Full stop. And down to sign off. And you don't want to be too friendly with him because it's a guy.
Yeah, so just even like regards or something?
Yeah, regards. That's why I use best. Sometimes they'll say best regards, or I'll just say best.
Oh, okay.
You want to keep it very professional so he doesn't get any ideas, any wrong ideas. Then click send. Okay, so let's hit the back arrow in the top left corner again. And click click the back arrow again. That back arrow is your best friend on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Okay, this is not taking you into who viewed your profile. So then you have to click on your profile picture again because you want to get back into who's viewed your profile. Click on it. So that was pretty easy. He had already sent you a request to connect.
Right.
So I don't know why it's not showing up here as a connection yet, but it says first up top, right?
Oh, that's my connections in common.
Yeah. So probably once you log out of LinkedIn and you log back in tomorrow, he will be a full connection here and the word connect won't show up. That little box won't show up.
Okay.
So now you've got Chantal Schmidt, owner and founder at Equine Reflection.
Yeah.
You know who she is, and you can thank her for stopping by her profile and ask her if you can help her in some way.
That's what that was probably when she sent me the recommendation.
Cool. So have you worked with her then, right?
Yeah, I worked with her horses.
Okay, great. So just send her a message, say, thanks for stopping by my profile, Chantal. It was great working with you, whatever you want to say, right?
Yeah, because she was actually the one that invited me to the Biz Brigade, my first time ever, a year ago April.
Wow. Great.
Yeah.
So I use my own, like LinkedIn has, I call them canned responses on there, and I try never to use LinkedIn's canned responses. I try to make up my own always.
Yeah, it just sounds more natural.
Mm-hmm. And you can just leave it at that if you want, and just full stop or exclamation mark.
And because I know her, I can say I look forward to seeing you soon or something like that.
Or are you coming to the Biz Brigade?
I don't think she comes into any of the womanish and luncheons at all.
She used to come into Sherwood Park because that's where I first met her, was at the Sherwood Park one.
Oh, okay. I know I haven't seen her at any of the ones I've been there. So.
Mm. And hit the back arrow again. Okay, we're going to scroll down, and it says you can try premium for free. So you've responded to all the people here that you want to respond to for today. Mm-hmm. On the free platform, that's all they will show you at a time.
Just 5, okay.
Yeah, so now what you have to do, so with me, I can see, because I'm on an executive platform, I can see up to 500, the last 100, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is then make sure that you go in tomorrow, now that you've responded to 1, 2, 3 people. You can respond to Jessica too, say, hey, thanks for stopping by my profile. So that you've got 4 that you can get rid of. So then tomorrow, that it'll be refreshed with new people.
Okay. Yeah, she asked me to join my LinkedIn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can just say it was a treat to meet you at the last meeting. Or at Leduc Munition.
Yeah, it's the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever you want to say.
Yeah. If I spell it right.
You can just say, tell me, is there something I can help you with, either myself or tell me, how may I help you, either myself or through my network?
Because I had asked her about possibly working with me as far as selecting clothes that would match my brand.
Right.
I think that's why she asked to join my LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. And just say, I'd really like to talk to you some more about branding myself. Whatever you want to use, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And sign. If you want to say some more, or just sign off, whichever.
Yeah, I'll just sign off, I think. I'd always wondered how people could have like different lines and stuff. It's just a matter of changing the profile.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, hit back arrow again. Okay, so these people have all been messaged. Do you want to send a message to me too? Just say, hey, thanks for the opportunity of chatting this evening or something, and then maybe I'll go away tomorrow too. and then have 5 new ones that come up. There you go.
Okay.
So there are some parameters that LinkedIn tracks. And I'll show you something here. Can you see this very well?
No.
Okay, this is my LinkedIn SSI. That's my social selling index on LinkedIn. And it's at 90. Can you see that?
I can see the 90, yeah.
Yeah. So there are 4 parameters that LinkedIn watches. They watch these are the 4 areas. Establish your professional brand, find the right people, engage with insights, and build relationships. So you can only go up to 25. So you get 25 points, maximum of 25 points for each one of those 4 categories. And I'm at 90 points out of 100. So 4 times 25 is 100, right?
Right.
So I'm at 25 out of 25 on both building relationships on LinkedIn and establishing my professional brand. I'm at 21 out of 25 on finding the right people. And engaging with insights, I'm at 18.57. So the reason I bring this up is because most people fall between 42 out of 100 and about 64. And you want to get your SSI, your social selling index, up high. The higher it is, so if you're over 80, that means you're at a point where people are now starting to ask you to help them.
Oh.
So I'm not showing you this to brag. I'm just trying to explain to you how important it is to be active on LinkedIn and make sure you do something on there every day. Well, I take a day off. I don't do anything on any of my social media on Sunday.
Right.
Sunday is my no electronics day. I spend time with my husband, go to church, spend time with my family, that kind of thing. So Sundays I'm not online. And well, I will answer the phone if somebody phones me that's my family, or somebody in church at church if it's regarding a church thing, but I won't do any business on Sunday.
No.
When people invite me to workshops and things that are on Sunday, I won't go.
No.
I only will go if it's on a Saturday or during the week. So now when you go look back at this, who's viewed my profile tomorrow, you can check out and see if they've got new people on there. They should have 5 new people that you can see.
Okay.
So let's just see this, because I'm not on a free platform. Let's just do a little experiment. Log out of LinkedIn. Make sure all both of your things are logged out.
What do you mean both of my things?
You got two LinkedIn tabs open, right?
Oh yeah, I've got this HR group thing too.
Yeah. So X out of that, close the HR group, and then sign out of LinkedIn and back in. Yeah. So now sign out. And then we're going to go check out who's viewed your profile again and just see if it changes. Yeah. I had a feeling that it probably wouldn't change. So you have to wait 24 hours before you can get back on and see new people, I think.
Okay.
So, and it may not let you see new people until somebody else goes and views your profile.
Which is quite possible, because I wouldn't have a whole lot of people viewing it, right?
Right.
It might be a while yet.
Yeah, and that's why you want to have a really great looking profile, because people are going to start checking you out. Mm-hmm. So let's go to your home page and let's work on your headline. Not home page, I mean your profile page.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So it's as your owner, Reiki practitioner, I would take, you never ever, if you own your own business, you never put owner on any of your profiles.
Okay.
And the reason you don't is because as soon as you put owner on there, it instantly makes people subconsciously think, oh, really small business, probably broke. That's what they think.
Okay.
It's like when I was in the hotel industry, and if the front lobby had muddy footprints on it, people would look at the floor and then they think subconsciously, I wonder if they washed the sheets.
Oh.
So take owner out of there.
So how do I get it off of there now?
Well, you have to, let's see. Okay, you want to click on, when you're doing, you're not doing a lot of profile changes, so it's okay, just leave that button on. Go up where it says headline. Can't you click on there?
Headline?
Where it says headline.
Right there, yes, okay.
Can you click in there and start typing? Yeah, and delete that. So what else do you do? Are you a speaker?
I'm a speaker, yeah.
Okay, so then put straight up and down line after Reiki. Put a space and then a straight up and down line. It should be around your either your shift key or your enter key.
Hold on, angle.
No, it's a forward slash.
Oh, now it's raining.
You can't find the straight up and down thing?
There we go.
Great, you found it. Yay!
Yeah. Yay.
And then space, and then put speaker, space, and then straight up and down. Another space. And what else can you put in there? Are you a life coach?
No.
Okay.
I will be an author after October.
Okay, put author.
I've got a chapter for the new
book.
The new book, yeah.
Cool. Space. Up and down line. Space. And so how is it helping you with your pets, your children, and your personal health? Somehow like that. Helping heal pets, children, and
reducing stress and anxiety in people and animals?
Yeah, relieving stress and anxiety in people and animals, yeah. So you've got 127 characters. Let's see how many characters you've got. 3. You still got more space there. So can you put some more in your description at the end? Reducing stress and anxiety in people and animals.
Working with special needs kids.
Okay, reducing stress and anxiety in people and animals. Let's see. Do you want to put specializing with special needs children? So after the right after the line at the author there,
Mm-hmm.
before you put the reducing, then put specializing with special needs children. Then do a straight up and down.
Oh, I got too many now.
Oh, okay. Okay, then we'll do something, reducing stress and anxiety. Let's see.
I could put reducing stress and anxiety in people, animals, and special needs kids or something at that point.
Okay, reducing stress and anxiety with special needs kids. Yeah, put kids there because then it won't take up as many spaces. Yeah, stress and anxiety with or in special needs kids.
Okay, I'm over again now.
Oh, wow, darn.
I don't have a whole lot of extra.
Okay, how about this? Reducing stress and anxiety in special needs kids and animals. Oh, no, that won't work. Okay, here, do this. Change the and into an ampersand. There we go.
Special needs.
Okay, to put a space and then change that and into an ampersand.
Over by 4.
Okay, so you've got, okay. Okay, take Reiki practitioner out of, Everybody Loves Reiki out of there because it's going to show up in the top anyway. Okay, delete that. There we go. Okay, reducing stress, anxiety, and special needs kids, animals,
Babies to grannies and animals too. I don't think it's going to fit in there though.
Secret author reduces stress and anxiety and special needs kids.
Or just people and animals.
And let's see, kids, comma, people and animals, comma, adults and animals. And you've still got 14 to go. So just leave it at that for now, and you can just think about it.
Okay.
And then, so save it. Look at that. That looks great.
There we go. Okay.
See, your Everybody Loves Reiki is showing up there as your latest experience, right? And so your education, where did you go to school or did you go to college?
I took 2 years at the U of A.
Well, that should be showing up there.
Well, it's probably down below because my training with Mary was the earliest or the latest I've done.
Most recent. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we're just about out of time here. And I just wanted to give you, because I could see you were less than 500 connections, so I wanted to give you a bit of an overview of your whole profile. Let's scroll down to the bottom of your profile and just see if you've been accepted into any groups yet. Keep scrolling. No, still the same as what it was before. So you'll see, if you don't remember receiving emails, you can go into your profile every day and just check to see if any of those say members, then you know those are groups. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So just look and see if there's any of those interests that have members beside them, and then you just click on them, on those, and go into them, right into them.
Okay.
And then you can take a look around in there and scroll through and see what kinds of topics they're talking about in that group. And if you see something that's interesting that you like and you want to comment on it, that's great, because people will see that, and you will get people's attention fast if you comment on their stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I can check tomorrow then and see.
That's right. So now, do you have questions?
Well, I'll start going through this new profile section too and work with that. Yeah, see all the education is here by year.
Oh, yes.
So is there a way to sort it so that U of A comes up then, or?
Well, you don't really need to if you don't want to, but here's what you can do is take your cursor and see the little pencil, and see, when you go to the pencil, see those little lines that show up right below?
Mm-hmm.
Left click on the lines and hold it down and move it straight up or straight down. Move your cursor either straight up or straight down. See, you can move them.
Oh, okay.
And so you can change them.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Alberta, University of Alberta, you can go in there and move it to the top if you want.
Yeah. Mm. Oops. Went up a little ways.
Yeah. Left click and hold it, and then move it straight up. Oh, need to get one more.
I ran off my mouse pad here.
That's okay.
There we go.
There. Now hit the refresh button. You know where refresh is on your computer?
No.
I think it might be right beside the back arrow. There's a little eye there. Otherwise, there should be a refresh button on your keyboard.
Escape and all the F buttons. Pause, insert, delete, home, page up, page down, and
Okay, click on that little eye. See where the back arrow is in the top left corner? There's a little circle with an eye in the middle of it.
well, here.
Yeah, what is that?
Show site information.
Oh no. Okay, hover over the padlock.
Over which, sorry?
Padlock. Right beside that circle. What's the padlock for? Verified by, okay, no, that's no good.
Yeah, secure network is all it's showing.
Oh, here it is. Right at the end of your search bar, at the very top, there's a little circle with an arrow on it. Right beside the search, there, where you got their LinkedIn URL. Just stay in that white line all the way to the right, and you'll see the circle with an arrow in it. Straight up. Straight up now. There. Click on that. That's your refresh button.
Oh, reload current page. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so now scroll down and see if it stayed where you put it.
Yeah.
Yay!
Did it. It shows up at the top here but as well.
You are, see?
Yeah. Oh, neat.
Now you learned a few things.
I did, for sure. That's wonderful. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. And feel free, anytime you have a question, just ask. So my next webinar from this, my MM303, is where I teach you how to put all of your social media together with your blog into a marketing program.
Ah, that sounds like a good one.
So we get 2 hours, and I think it's about $10 more. It's not there. I keep my if you get in the early bird, then you can get it. But don't sign up for it till the first week of August. If you sign up the first week of August, then it comes on the fourth Thursday. So the 24th of August. And that'll give you time to get used to what you know now.
Right.
I don't want you to feel like you're cramming everything too much into your head.
No, I've got lots I've just learned today, so it'll be a matter now of playing with it and getting a few things, like adding some of the profiles and putting stuff in with that. Mm-hmm. Checking out a background photo of some kind.
Yeah, go and look and see what your trainers for Reiki or some other people you know who do Reiki, come check out their profiles and see if they've got background pictures and what they've used.
Oh, okay.
Another thing you can do is you can go to Dreams Time.
Dreams Time, yes.
Or iStock. And
right.
You can buy a photo, a background photo.
So I think it was Dreams Time.
Expensive, like you don't pay more than about $10 or $15 for a background photo, which is really good.
Yeah, I think Dreams Time is where I'd gone to get my logo.
Yeah, and if you go and get somebody here in Canada to do that for you, to do a background picture, they're going to charge the big bucks.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds super. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. When I get this uploaded to YouTube, I'll send it to you.
That would be great. Thank you.
I'm going to save it as private, so that when I send you the link, I want you to tell me if you can access it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Stop sharing your screen. So go up to the very top. There you go. Awesome. And I am going to stop recording.